So I'm just a stupid dog. And in my dog remembrance, see, this is our year of the Lord, excuse me, our year of the Lord 2024. Well, my dog remembrance takes me back, even though I'm only 16 years old going on death, because, dogs don't live that old. Dogs don't make it to 30. Like 16 years, you're at the very cusp of your own mortality. Anyways, but I could search my dog remembrance. One of the things that popped up when I searched my dog remembrance was CB radios. Now, ham radios and CB radios, they were the precursors to the cell phones. You could talk to anybody as long as they had a CB radio. Truckers all had CB radios because truckers lived the life of trying to find out, where the best place to shower would be, the best, most economical place to sleep would be, where you could park your rig and saunter out and find some really good, classy hoes to get you, whatever you say, serviced. Drugs. Back then it wasn't methamphetamine, it was bennies. It was some kind of an amphetamine, but it wasn't methamphetamine. They didn't mix in the matches, the matchsticks, and the batteries back in those days. It was just the amphetamine, like benzodrine or something like that. Anyways, these truckers, they'd get on their CB radio, and they would always, find out where the prostitutes were, where the best drugs were, the most peaceful places to slumber for a few hours before you got back on the lonesome highway. These truckers, the thing about it was they always had to have nicknames for each other. They couldn't just say, hey, this is George on the CB radio. Where's the next good place? I'm coming down 95. I'm on mile marker 472. Where's the best place in the next couple hours to find a bunch of good prostitutes? Clean, economically charging prostitutes. Somebody would jump on there and they say, hey, this is Al Decker. You know what? You just passed the best place. If you don't want to turn around, that's the best place. They got clean prostitutes. And they got really good benzodrine, really good amphetamines. Then the other guys say, listen, I can't do it, George. I got to keep moving. Where's the next place in 2 or 3 hours? Anyways, they didn't do it like that. You see, Al and George, they had to go by fake names. They'd go, hey, big buddy, this is Boston baked beans coming at you. Anybody got their ears on out there? And then somebody would come back and say, this is the Flaming Duck. I want to get, I want to help you out. Are you looking for prostitutes? You know I am. 10-4, good buddy. But see, that's one of the things I left out is they'd always say 10-4, like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. They would say 10-4 to say, I agree. 10-4, that sounds good to me. But they always would have to say over and out. And then the other thing, they would always say, after they got done, they wouldn't say 10-4, they say over and out. And then at the beginning, they would always say, good buddy. They say, this is the Flaming Duck. Come on back, good buddy. Good buddy, this is the Flaming Duck. 10-4. 10-4, good buddy, over and out. And so they would banter back and forth that way. Some of the guys were named Marmalade Kool-Aid. Some of them were called Sally Jane's Addiction. Some of them would say, this is the Big Pearl. Some of them would say, this is the Big Schwa Cat. Some of them would say, this is the Big Poop the Pants. See, they always had nicknames. The main thing they were doing was talking on the CB radios. They always had to give each other cornball nicknames. They always had to identify themselves. Today they call it glossing. They were glossing themselves. They gave themselves gloss. They were doing self-gloss, saying, this is the Big Schwa Cat. I'm hanging 10, if you know what I'm talking about. It's a beautiful thing, everybody. Everybody has to know what I'm saying. Nobody has to know anything about it. It's a crazy thing, but whatever. It's all right. But anyways, somebody said to me, and I hope everybody can remember, that not only did they have to give each other crazy nicknames, Not only would they say this is the one guy, this is the other guy, this is somebody else's friend, they would also have to banter in a coy, risque manner. They'd say, "You got your chitlins in a crawdad hole, don't you, boy?" And they go, "You know I have. Why, my grits are frying hotter than a frog on a midnight skewer." You know what I'm saying? They would always do that kind of stuff. "Come on now. You're dancing like fleas on a coon dog's anus." They would say, You're the fool. You know you are. You're as dangerous as a cock gun, my friend." And they would banter that way. They go, "Come on now. You know you're talking liberal or trash." And they would jocularly talk amongst themselves. On the CB radio, they all had crazy names like, "This is the hot tamale." Or they would say something like, "This is the Mexican bandit." And they say, "You are crazy, my friend. You are as wild as aces high." You know what I'm saying? "Oh, hi. You know how high I am. I'm so screwed up on the Benjamin. I see my mother's ghost." And they would say lots of banter. But that's my dog remembrance. In the old times, they would have a lot of dog remembrance about CB radios. Today's generation, they don't know what CB radios were. They don't know what it was, but it was the precursor to the cell phones. Ham radios and CB radios, that they should have them today. They're as good as the cell phone. They're cheaper. You don't even have to pay nothing for it. You know, you hooked it up to the dash, you plugged in your cigarette lighter, you didn't have to pay nothing. Nothing. You didn't have to pay nothing. It was over the free radio waves, well, whatever. Anyways, this has been a dog remembrance. This has been some kind of stupid thing. I'm not even sure what it was. I'm certainly not sure.